never have I seen any pay increases to this magnitude.
Well, tonight there are calls for accountability as salaries from Maryland Department of Transportation executives are being called into question.
That's right. Fox 45's Jessica Babb has been digging into this data and finds even as MDOT is delaying projects because of funding issues, some employees just saw sizable salary increases. She joins us live with the very latest. Jessica.
Mary Kai, we're talking about some pretty big salary increases. For instance, this summer, the motor vehicle administrator salary increased $100,000. MDOT says they're trying to keep salaries competitive, but one lawmaker I spoke with says it's unacceptable, especially at a time when MDOT is deferring other projects.
And it is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Paul Wiedefeld.
As Maryland Department of Transportation Secretary Paul Wiedefeld makes his rounds going county to county.
We continue to face some significant headwinds, budget challenges based on the slow economy.
Presenting the department's preliminary plan for transportation funding.
Because of those constraints, we had to make some tough decisions and reductions to live within our means. This resulted in a reduction of roughly $1.3 billion compared to the program last year.
In light of major budget cuts, concerns over how MDOT is spending their money are surfacing.
We have a departmental agency that has given their employees significant pay raises. I think that that's completely inappropriate.
Big pay raises too. Based on these executive pay plans from April of this year to July, Motor Vehicle Administrator Christine Nizer got a salary increase of more than $103,000, a more than 50% increase of her salary, all while having the same job title, bringing her new salary to $305,000. Maryland Senator William Folden says,
I was in disbelief. I mean, it's staggering to believe that these pay raises came out knowing that we were facing a budget deficit of $1 billion.
And it's not just her. This past July, executives across the board saw bigger salary increases this year than they did last July. While some of the salary increases were consistent with the 3% cost of living adjustment through the state, others exceeded it. Secretary Paul Wiedefeld had his salary bumped $12,000, bringing it to $267,000. And several other people, including assistant secretaries, the deputy secretary of transportation, and other administrators and directors, saw salaries bigger than the yearly adjustment.
That is not okay. And I don't think anybody in the state of Maryland is okay with that. Knowing that that's what we're running towards this cliff, we're going to be cutting budgets, and that they gave themselves significant pay raises. Roadway projects should be priority, not padding the pockets of our employees. That is the very definition of waste, fraud, and abuse.
Do you think there's any world where these salaries could be justified?
Not in the world we're living in today.
MDOT's financial challenges aren't a surprise. Late last year, MDOT knew they were staring down a $3.3 billion shortfall. In January, Governor Wes Moore stepped in, giving them $150 million from the Rainy Day Fund to address critical needs.
This is a one-time usage because we still have to be able to work together.
And then now, because of cuts, MDOT is delaying a lengthy list of projects across the state.
As a result of these financial pressures, obviously we have to make strategic investments.
So I asked MDOT, how are these salary increases justified, especially at a time when there are funding issues? For Christine Nizer, why was a salary increase of more than $100,000, more than 50% of her previous salary, approved? And who approves salary increases?
Marylanders deserve to know that their taxpayer dollars are being reinvested into the state, not someone else's pocket. We are public servants. We work from the taxpayer dollars, and the accountability is paramount to this.
And I actually just got a statement from MDOT in response to this, saying, in part, the department must be able to recruit and maintain employees at a level that's not only competitive, but also commensurate with the duties required to build and maintain a world-class transportation system. They say they're working to make sure their compensation is competitive to those positions at other states. And they also say their positions and salaries have often lagged, so they've used nationally recognized tools and analysis to make adjustments. And I've got some more questions for MDOT, and as I learn more, I'll let you know. Live in Baltimore, Jessica Babb, Fox 45 News.
I'm Kai Jackson. Thank you for watching. Here's another video to watch. Also, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel.